Well, good morning. It's good to be with you on this Tuesday morning as we continue together in our time in Luke's Gospel. Hope your week is off to a great week. I'm looking forward to a wonderful week here at St. Matthew's as we continue getting ready for Wednesday night programming will start not this week, but next. Summer's here, man. We had a great worship Sunday. We got a great week this week. God's being very, very good and very merciful to our church right now. So for that, I'm very thankful. Today we're going to pick up with Luke 6. We'll start with verse 27. We're continuing in what's often called in Luke's gospel, the Sermon on the Plain. It's much of the same teaching as we see in the Sermon on the Mount in Matthew. It's just Luke puts Jesus on the plain, level teaching ground, much like the Roman and the Greek philosophers, emphasizing Jesus' wisdom and his philosophical teachings in the same way that the great Aristotle and Socrates and the great Gentile philosophers would teach. So we see here's teaching um, on loving our enemies. So let's start with verse 27 and we'll read through verse 36. But I say to you that listen, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, pray for those who abuse you. If anyone strikes you on the cheek, offer the other also. From anyone who takes away your coat, do not withhold even your shirt. Give to everyone who begs of you. If anyone takes away your goods, do not ask for them again. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. If you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? For even sinners love those who love them. If you do good to those who do good to you, what credit is that to you? For even sinners do the same. If you lend to those from whom you have hope to receive, what credit is that to you? Even sinners lend to sinners to receive as much again. But love your enemies, do good, and lend, expecting nothing in return. Your reward will be great, and you will be the children of the Most High, for he is kind to for he is kind to the ungrateful and the wicked. Be merciful, as your Father is merciful. This is one of those passages that Adam, I think of a book I read in seminary, which I had a professor I didn't always agree with, but I always respected her intellect and I respected her fairness. And so she had us read a book that I didn't care for the book. I didn't agree with the philosophical argument the author was making. And my argument came down to this is he believed Jesus was to be taken literally when Jesus said things he agreed with, and that he was to be taken metaphorically when Jesus said things he didn't agree with. So we take Jesus serious, we take him literally, the things we like, but the things we don't like, well, he was speaking in metaphor. He didn't really, and the classic example is the rich young ruler, where Jesus tells him to sell all he had and give it to the poor. And we want to say, well, he didn't really mean that. He was speaking metaphorically that we should be willing to sell all we have and give it to the poor. He didn't really expect us to do that. Well, it's kind of in the Bible. I don't know. Once again, what do we take literally? What do we take metaphorically? Let me read this to you again. Love your enemies. Do good to those who hate you. Bless those who curse you. Pray for those who abuse you. If anyone strikes you on the cheek, offer the other. If anyone takes your coat, don't withhold your shirt. Give to everyone who begs. Do to others you would have them do unto you. If you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? Even sinners do that. If you do good to those that do good to you, what credit is that? If you lend to those who you hope to receive, what credit is that? But love your enemies, do good, lend, expecting nothing in return. Your reward will be great, and you will be the children of the Most High, for he is kind to the ungrateful and the wicked. Be merciful as your Father's merciful. I don't like that stuff, y'all. I don't like it. I don't want to do it. Do good to those who hate you. That don't work today's world, does it? That didn't work nowadays, does it? They strike you on one cheek, turn the other cheek. Give those who beg of you. I mean, if we love those who love us, what do we gain? For me, it was, golly, y'all, verse 35. I don't know. When you read things stand out to you. I never noticed this passage. Your reward will be great. You will be the children of the Most High. For he is kind to the ungrateful and the wicked. Whew. He is kind to the ungrateful and to the wicked. God's always getting taken advantage of, isn't he? God's a sucker, isn't he? He's kind to folk that aren't kind to him back. He gives to those who don't give back. And frankly, where he goes from preaching to meddling is he wants us to do the same. He wants us to give to those who are not going to repay us. He wants us to turn the cheek to those who smack us. He wants us to pray for our enemies. He wants us to love them. He wants us to do good to those who hate us. Bless those who curse us. Praise for those who abuse us. That's a hard path to walk, friends. But it's the only path that's going to lead us to life. Because I'm telling you what the path of returning an eye for an eye is. I know the path of you strike me on my cheek, I strike you on yours. I know what that path leads to. That leads to poison in your veins. What is it? Was it Dr. King who said an eye for an eye leaves everybody blind? We can't, you can't hold together if we can't live in forgiveness. You can't hold relationships together. You can't hold marriages together. You can't hold friendships together. You can't hold churches together. You can't hold nations together. You can't hold communities together. You can't hold things together if you can't forgive, if you can't love, because the bonds are gonna rip. So, as out of step as it may be in the world, the only path for us as Christians is to love our enemies. The only path forward for us as Christians is to pray for those who curse us. The only path for us is to give away our coat, to turn the other cheek, to give to those who ask. Because that's the path of Jesus. That's the path Jesus walks. He says, my Father is kind to the ungrateful and merciful. So be merciful just as your Father is merciful. God has shown us mercy, friends. God has shown me mercy after mercy after mercy. God has shown you mercy after mercy after mercy. And God asks us to return the mercy that has been shown to us because that's the only path forward for life. Hating your enemies won't change them, but hating your enemies will change you. Hating your enemies will fill your blood full of poison. It will run through you and it will eat you from the inside out. If we can't love even those, and by the way, let me be clear. This is not something that you bow up and do. This is surrender to the will of God, surrender to the grace of God, and the grace of God does it through us because as a human, I can't do this. You can't do this. As humans, we can't do this. This is not in our nature. It's not in our DNA. What is our natural response? Turn the other cheek? No. Smite them back. Give your coat away? No, you're not getting my coat. Curse me, curse you back. Like what? That's not our natural response, but that it is only the grace of God shed abroad in our hearts that drives these wickedness out of us, that allows us to love. So as Christians, as a Christian, I have to ask you a question. If you're a Christian this morning, I have to ask you a question. What are you fanning in your life? Are you fanning the love of God that's going to drive out hatred in your heart? Or are you fanning the hatred in your heart? What right now are you fanning? What are you feeding? What are you nourishing? What are you encouraging? Are you encouraging the grace of God, which allows these things to be possible? Or are you fanning and feeding and inflaming the hatred and the division of this moment that just fills us full of rage? Which are we feeding now, friends? Because the answer to that question is going to determine what we do. If we love our enemies or we hate our enemies. It all depends on what we feed. It's that simple. So, well, something for us to ponder today, to love our enemies. It's hard. I don't want to do it. But it's the path of Jesus. Hey, thanks for being with us. We're going to pick up tomorrow with some more of Jesus' challenging teaching. Have a great day. See you.